Talofa lava. I am Kiso Skelton, your humble servant, all the way from American Samoa, the pearl of the Pacific where the sunset's paradise begins. It is with great pleasure to share with you all about Week 5's discussion, and which was specifically based on the assigned videos, readings, and photographs. And with that being said, it is important to understand and be aware of the connections and the locations, specifically the locations of the regions that were involved and expressed in the videos and the readings as well. I believe there were only two major regions that were involved, which are Micronesia and Polynesia. For Micronesia, it was specifically more on the Marshall Islands, including the outer ring islands within the Marshall Islands, such as Bikini Atoll. I did really learn a lot from the videos and the readings about the regions, and I want to start off with the videos first. The first video, entitled History Project, was more of a wake-up call on how important it is to learn from the past and our mistakes, to really build a better tomorrow and to build a better future, and to make sure that nothing will happen again, to avoid repetition in specific. The video number 2, entitled Lessons from Hawaii, speaks about the tension between the Micronesians and the Hawaiians. But I believe to solve the problem, we have to revisit history and learn about the connection between the two, because as a matter of fact, Micronesians were one of the first legal immigrants to enter Hawaii, and they contributed a lot to building the economy of this great state. So I believe when people understand about their connection, that's how they will be able to come together as one, embrace and respect each other, and at the same time lifting each other up, not the other way around. The third video was mainly on climate change, and as I mentioned in my introduction video, climate change is a universal planetary problem, which means it requires not just one country but all countries of the world to come together as one and build a comprehensive solution that will help solve the problem. So I think it was a wake-up call for world leaders to come together and implement solutions, not just discussing it. At the same time, it was also about being hopeful that we can do it and we will be able to solve climate change. About the readings were somehow kind of heartbreaking because of the impact of the United States initiatives on the Marshall Islands and the French Polynesia as well, for the other side of the issue. But implementing those technological developments and testing of nuclear weapons was somehow a negative notion for the people of the Marshall Islands, because it really made them suffer severe health problems such as rash, vomiting, nausea, and other health issues such as increase in cancer, increase in thyroid tumor, and as well as problems with women, stillbirths and miscarriages. And they also damaged the ancestral lands of the Marshall people, Marshallese, and the Marshall Islands. So it was very negative after all. And I think learning from that, people of the Marshall Islands valued their ancestral lands very highly, because it was something that is sacred and dear to their heart. And that itself speaks about the lifestyles and the values of the regions and how important land was to them. And some of the questions I had about the regions was that during the time of nuclear testing, where was the local government at the time? How come there was no resistant force against actions by the United States of America? Also, did they really want to take care of their ancestral lands, or did they value monetary compensation awards over their lands, which is something that was given to them by the United States of America? So it was those questions to make them think about it. I was just wondering how there was no resistant force about to really stop that from acting because of the negative impacts of the issue on the people. However, I hope to learn from all of you about the issues, and I want to thank you all for viewing this video, and I really appreciate you for sharing your thoughts as well, and I look forward to learning from all of you about issues such as those discussed in this week 5 discussion. Thank you so very much. God bless and so forth.